Welcome back to the Kawai Piano Masterclass series. Today, we turn our attention to a technique that enhances fluidity and your performance, finger substitution. Finger substitution is the act of changing fingers on a held note. It's a subtle movement, but it allows for better phrasing, more expressive playing, and better control. It's a subtle movement, but it allows for smoother legato, better hand positioning, and more expressive control. Let me show you. Let's begin with a dramatic example, the Bach Busoni Chaconne. In this transcription, finger substitution is essential for maintaining legato across wide intervals and dense texture. So this is an excerpt from bar 13 of this particular piece with finger substitution. Without substitution, the phrasing becomes choppy and disconnected. But with careful finger changes, the line flows seamlessly, preserving the grandeur and continuity of the music. Now, I'm going to play the same passage, but without finger substitution. Notice how it sounds a little disconnected, especially here. So that's where the substitution happens. From finger 3 to finger 4 for left hand, and from finger 3 to finger 2 on right hand. So, that's one example. The next example is from the later part of the Chaconne, where the substitution happened on the top note on right hand. Exactly this happens in bar 29. So the substitution happened here. So changing from 4 to 5 to achieve a legato line. If you were to play that without the substitution, this will happen. You notice how it sounds a little bit off? It sounds not too bad, but it will be much better with the substitution because it connects the line smoothly. Our next example comes from Brahms' Rhapsody in G minor, Opus 79. This piece demands both power and flexibility. Finger substitution helps us to navigate rapid shift and maintain control during sweeping gestures. So this is the excerpt from the first phrase of the piece. Here, substituting fingers allows for better alignment and phrasing, especially in the left hand, where accompaniment must remain steady and expressive. It also helps to shape the phrase and place the hands more securely. So now I'm going to play the left hand only and showing how the substitution works. If I were to play that without substitution, it will sound like this. Not too much difference, but if you listen to the phrasing, instead of, it also helps you with the phrasing and also shaping up the music. At the same time, securing the placement of your hand. And finally, we have the last example for today, the first movement from Beethoven Napa Sonata, the first two phrases. The tension and drama of this passage rely on precise control. Finger substitution helps to sustain notes while preparing for the next attack. So this is the example. It also avoids awkward accent due to unnecessary underpassing thumb, like this. Hear that awkward accents? We don't want that. Now, with finger substitution. Now, notice how the substitution allows the melody to emerge clearly. It's a small adjustment, but it makes such a big difference. Here are a few ways to practice finger substitution on the piano. First, you need to isolate movements where substitution improves legato or phrasing. We can try this again with our Bach Busoni Chaconne. Hands separately. Bar 13. Now, same thing but right hand. And combine it afterwards. Second, you can practice this slowly, focusing on smooth transitions between fingers. Same thing, I'm going to quote from the same Bach Busoni Chaconne, but now bar 29, only on right hand. So that part. From finger 4 to finger 5. And the last one, you need to remember, substitution helps you to reduce dependency on the pedal. Like how we can do this in our Beethoven Sonata. Instead of playing this with pedal, you can instead do it it has more clarity and has more direction. Remember, finger substitution really helps us to reduce our dependency on pedal because after all, we play the piano with our fingers. The pedal is only there to help the performance, not to be the main star of the show, if you will. Finger substitution is a quiet technique, but its impact is profound. It's about elegance, control, and musical intention. So take time to explore it and let your fingers move with purpose. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Subscribe to Kawai Piano Malaysia for more piano tricks and tips.